so what do I have here? A bet slip. Take a look at this. Boxing match bet slip favors the contender Walter Black. For a long time. He filed the bankruptcy in 2021, so it's very complex what's going on with this, though. So, anyways, crystal flask, business card, rotten eggs. But if you think about it, we kept him in his house for 3 extra years, right? But we'll see. William Crooks. Oh, man. Is Mr. Crooks still at home? Yes, and I must ask you not to disturb him. Alright, yeah. I don't know if all the voices. Probably not longer than the 3 or 4 months that Chapter 7 would have been pending. This is something different. I'll explain it to you later, Trevor. There's different types of bankruptcies, and this is a different one. A different type. So, let's see. Business card. Here's address of the medium Florence Cook. I want to put it in this tray. I could put Florence Cook's business card in the envelope on the tray, although it is sealed. The only way to open it would be to break it, and the maid would notice. How do I get this? Okay, I'm gonna give her these eggs. I couldn't open the jar even using all my strength, so I doubt that maid can. Well, why don't you try? Alright, I don't know. Petunias. Why these flowers? I feel like... A bit of warmth is appreciated after spending the whole day walking the cold streets of London. I no longer need to watch the clock for the university board to decide whether or not to close the Department of Metaphysic Research. Beatrice is right. If we manage to make the Box of Revelations work, we will prove to everyone the existence of the spectral world. Yeah, I know, but... Alright, can I just go in here? So, Mr. Crooks is reviewing his speech. I don't think he wants you to be wants to be disturbed. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Well, I'm leaving. Okay. So that's not doing anything. Florence Cook. I wonder if there's anything here. These flowers smell very nice. What kind of flowers are they? Lobelias. I already have Florence Cook's business card. Flowers give off an intoxicating aroma. They are African lilies. No telling people to shut up in chat. BB10, I'ma beat your butt. Don't make me get my paddle. I will get it. Stop being mean. And naughty. I hope Mr. Crooks is smarter than you and convinces my aunt not to go ahead with this. Yeah, well, I'm ending it. You know how when you were a kid and you were fighting, you were fucking around with your siblings, and like it was their fault, but like you, your parent comes in and you get in trouble, but it was their fault, and you're like, You're like, but it wasn't me. I'm like, I don't care. You guys fucking stop this shit or I'm getting the belt. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, exactly. They don't care who's starting it. Cut the shit out. Fuck, I don't know what to do. Yeah, believe me, I've gotten the belt before. Hello again, little Tim. Tim. Tim, of course. You were well informed about everything happening in London. Oh, that's my job. I try to read the most attention-grabbing stories in each edition so I can shout them at the top of my lungs and get the customer's attention. And not just from the London news I'm selling, but from the competition, too. You are quite the professional. I don't think that's anything. I don't think so. I have to go now, Tim. Have a good day, Mr. Moore. Can I talk to this worker? I don't want to disturb him. I am no longer welcome in my own home. No, I didn't get into the liquor cabinet. No, we used to... Look. Back in the 80s, parents would whoop your ass if you did shit. Like, I miss my mom, but she did. She fucking whooped our asses. Alright, what is this? St. Giles. Word of advice, don't make Patty angry. Alright. It's filled with cigarette butts. Got these blokes to take it outside if they want to spit. And now I'm trying to get them to toss their butts in there instead of on the floor. This place is still a pigsty, but I don't want it to look like one. Catch my drift? Oh, yes. Hey! Leave Fergal alone. He's not having a good day today. I didn't mean to bother him. Good. Otherwise, you find out why they call him the Butcher. The Butcher. We've done all this. Another one betting on Walter Black? Is the whole world gone mad? I do not want to interrupt them. Uh-oh. BB-10! Come on! A bet in favor of Walter Black. Are you daft? Yay! Banned. I wonder if there's like a limit to how many people you can ban. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Anything around here? Most of the letters are missing. It's completely illegible. On the other hand, ideal for a criminal front. This is an honest establishment, mate. There is a coin on top of the barrel. Strange that nobody noticed it until now. It is very strange. What am I gonna do with this penny? It's a penny. What about the docks? What am I supposed to do with this penny? I should knock first. Are you an admirer, or did you come to bring the lucky charm? Let's see. Yes, here it is. Let me see it. Oh, let's see. Maybe this penny? This is not the lucky charm. Well, shite. Surely you're wondering what happened to me leg. You want to hear the story? Yes, of course. I used to work at Dunhill in Rice Factory. You know, fancy shoes made by poor blokes. I was one of them leather press machines. Or I was on one of them leather press machines, you know. Someone left a finished shoe on the conveyor belt, jammed the press. The foreman kept yelling at me to get the shoe out of any way I could. Said they couldn't stop the production line. I yanked and pulled, but no luck. So I tried kicking it. Shoe went through the press. So did my leg. Would have kept it if that bastard had stopped the line. But he wouldn't. Said Dunhill and Rice couldn't afford to stop a machine. Progress, you know? All for progress. Can I go in and watch the fight? Did you hear me before? Not a pin could fit in. There is always room for one more. Not this time. Already too many folks inside. Do you think Walter Black stands a chance? Mate, nobody stands a chance against one round. I'll let him do his job. I don't want to bother him again. Poster barely mentions the opponent, Walter Black. Seems like one round Jack is the star. The undefeated one, the one who knocks out his opponents in the first round. Bets are closed, mate. Alright. I have to go now. Alright, so that's nothing here. I have this penny. What am I supposed to do with this penny? I don't know. Was there any place that I could I could pay for something? Silas Bennett's office.
Excuse me. You must pay if you want to see the film.
Oh, I got a penny. One ticket, please.
That'll be a penny.
Here you go.
Enjoy the movie, sir.
Summoning the spirits. Ooh. Gasp. I better get an achievement for this. That was it? Wonderful. George Miles is a genius. Okay. Same one? Why did I even watch this? I never tire of watching this movie.
Enjoy the movie, sir. Don't forget, you can watch it again throughout the day, whenever you like.
Oscar Koenig? There is no one inside. Thomas Lester, the Restorer. What? Come in. I know. I wonder if what we see through the window is fog or ash from the factory chimneys. They are archaeological pieces. They look new. Have they been restored? Indeed. Aren't archaeological remains usually displayed in the state they are found? Of course. But in the case of the pieces you're seeing, several similar ones were found in the excavations. There's real interest from both professionals and the public to know what they were really like. Some skepticism in you. You think we were altering history? I didn't say that. Understand that they are restored only after extensive research. We don't paint them with the first colors that come to mind. Yeah. Alright, this isn't doing me any good. Alright, we're gonna go to... Who is this dude? Nobody. He's just reading a newspaper. Alright, so we're gonna go. I had something in mind and then I forgot. Manuel, Silas, St. Giles, Eugene Wolf. Oh. Everything is set for your brother to be immortalized. One moment. Here you are, dear brother. These were your favorites. Proceed. Very well, here we go. Good heavens! Bertram! Heavens, what is happening? Composure, ladies. It is nothing more than the sign of Lazarus. But what does that signify? Among other phenomena, involuntary muscular movements post-mortem. Your brother remains in repose, if such was your concern. Very well, let us attempt once more. Done. All that's left is to develop it, but I can't help you with that. Oh, don't worry. Presumably Mr. Wood shall imminently grace us with his presence. The crucial aspect is the photograph's capture, thus enabling us to inter our dear Bertram in serenity. We extend our sincerest gratitude for your kindness, sir. It has been a pleasure. Okay. Do you mind if I keep the bouquet of violets? Our desire was to lay him to rest with them. No, that was your wish. You may keep the bouquet, sir. Ladies, we await the undertaker's arrival to attend to a dear brother. Thank you very much for your assistance. If you would see Mr. Wood, please tell him that we will come to pay his fees shortly. I don't know. They're the sisters. Okay, so I got these violets. There's something to do with, flowers. Is there an empty vase somewhere? Is Mr. Crook still at home?
Yes, and I must ask you not to disturb him.
Okay. Let's see if I can put these in here. I'm going to see if...
Sir, would you kindly cease playing with that envelope?
Oh, yes, I apologize. The maid doesn't need that. Not worth trying. I do not want to throw that into the fire. BB10, go cheat for me. What do I need to do next? Come on, I know you have a walkthrough open. Oh my god. What? I know you got it open. Just fess up. Let's see. No good. No, thank you. All I want from you is to reflect on what you're about to cause. Oh my god. See? Try the paper boy. Hello again, little Tim.
Tim,
Of course. Can you tell me today's news?
haven't got a half a penny to spare for the paper, eh? Anyway, what subject do you want to tell me about?
None of this. None of this. It's all the same. We've read through all this, BB10. Entertainment.
The Hicks Theater premieres The Prodigal Son, the longest-running film to date. 90 minutes. That's too long, don't you think?
Oh yeah, we'll just wait until you get to the 21st century. Society.
Announcement of the wedding of...
Do not start again, Tim.
Oi, I'm not that cruel. Lord Arthur Griffiths is pleased to announce the marriage of his daughter, Lady Adelia Griffiths, to William Chenoweth, son of Lord Lawrence Chenoweth.
I am not acquainted with them.
Lord Arthur Griffith is married to Charlotte Bingley, daughter of Lord Anthony Bingley. William Chenoweth is also the son of Baroness Louise Chenoweth.
I see you are very up to date in this section.
Frankly, I would have them all milking cows at 5 in the morning to learn the value of honest work. But I have to know all these idlers in order to sell my product. I am an information professional.
Yeah, none of this is getting me anywhere. What about events?
Events. The police have tracked down the patient who escaped from Blackstone Asylum 3 days ago. Upon being apprehended, he reported inhumane practices with the patients admitted there. Scary place, that one, eh? I've heard some terrifying stories about that place.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we hear that one. Yeah. Get through this. Alright, politics.
An Anglo-Russian entente is currently being held with the intention of signing a treaty between both countries. They say they will set aside their differences in Central Asia to prevent Germany from strengthening its alliance with the Ottoman Empire.
You leave me astonished, Tim. You are a bright lad. You should attend university when the time comes.
Oh, yes. And to pay for it, I would have to sell... Let me do the math. 30 million copies of these newspapers.
I think I'm well informed.
Okay, fine. Sports and boxing. All right. All right, here we go. Sports. The sports section today mainly focuses on the ritual performed by the boxer chap, One Round Jack. Apparently, he always walks into the ring with a bunch of violets. Says it's his lucky charm. The geezer who wrote the piece thought it was a laugh and tried to take the mickey out of him.
And where's the humor in that?
I don't know. And I hope One Round Jack doesn't read the article. If I were the writer, I'd be miles away from London by now.
I think I'm already well informed.
Okay. Alright, fine. Wrong place. Oh, where are the docks? Here we go.
Are you an admirer, or did you come to bring the lucky charm?
Yes, here it is.
Let me see it. The violets! They arrived at last! You just saved our lives. Come in. It's fortunate that you've come.
Excuse me?
There were rumors that Walter Black's manager had paid off the owner of the Wild Orchid to stop supplying bouquets of violets to the champion. And as you know, if One Round doesn't enter the ring with that bouquet, he wouldn't be fit to fight. In that case, the fight would be declared in favor of Black.
Really? Damn it.
I beg your pardon.
It would be a disgrace if Black were declared the winner because the flowers weren't delivered.
Oh, indeed, certainly. You can leave them on that crate by the lantern.
Why is the bouquet of violets so important to One Round?
His mother gave him a bouquet of her favorite flowers on the day of his first fight. The very night before he entered the ring, he learned of her passing. When he was declared the winner of the fight, he believed it was his mother's flowers that acted as a lucky charm. It's as simple as that. If he doesn't enter the ring with the bouquet, he believes he'll lose. And that's never been the case. Isn't that right, champ? He's focused. Well, as I mentioned, you've saved our skins. Until the match begins, you can stay here and admire the champion if you wish. Come on, champ. Give the bag a good wallop like it's Black's mug. Hey! Leave the flowers there. How am I going to spoil these flowers? Hey! Do you want to upset the champ? Do you want some advice? The champ doesn't take kindly to interruptions during his warm-up. One of those punches might land somewhere other than the bag if you catch my drift. Well, how's our friend Tony doing?
Who?
Tony, the owner of the Wild Orchid Flower Shop. Your boss.
Ah, yes. Fine. He's fine.
You're new there, aren't you? I like you more than Tony's previous employee. What was that idiot's name? Oh shit, I don't know. Fletcher? Steven? David? Maybe it was Fletcher.
Ah, yes, Fletcher.
Yeah, Fletcher.
Really?
That was a lucky guess.
Has One Round ever lost a fight?
You're joking, right? He hasn't lost a single one of the 65 fights he's had. All won in the first round.
Does Walter Black have a chance of winning?
Let's say between 0 and none. Black is no match for the champ. What the hell? No one is. Although there is one fool who believes otherwise. Some poor sod is bent on black. Can you believe it?
Can I take the bouquet of violets?
Oh, you crazy? Do you want one round to lose the fight?
Well, I'm going to watch your champion, how your champion trains.
That's it. Enjoy his left hook.
There was a tray with enough food to feed 3 people. Looks like a mix of mashed potatoes with beans, cabbage, and bacon.
That's for the champ. He'll devour everything on that tray before stepping into the ring.
Are you telling me he's going to wolf down all that food before the fight? Won't he feel heavy? I don't know much about boxing, but I think that would be counterproductive.
Are you kidding? One round has a stomach of steel.
Securely locked.
That leads to the roof. Why would you want to go up there? It's just soot and pigeon crap.
Ching Hook versus Kid Bocha. It is from last year. It's advertised a fight between One Round Jack and Samuel Cribb. I would not like to be in Walter Black's shoes. What do I do? I don't think he can help me with that.
If you want to give him something, you'll have to wait until after the fight.
The crowd is getting impatient.
What?
Cinema ticket. I just have to show it to the usher inside the cinema. Now, I cannot open this jar. The mold on the lid is solidified so much that I don't have the strength to open it.
Dang it. How am I going to open this jar? I think I need to put it with the food so that he eats it and gets sick. Alright, I think that's what we need to do. Alright. So how do I open this jar? I don't know.
Would you be so kind as to open this jar?
Get lost, you scaring the damn fish away.
Could you do me a favor and open this jar?
I ain't here for that.
Could you open this jar for me, please?
I don't have enough strength to do it. It's not my problem. Oh, no, wrong voice. Lift some weights. Oh, yeah, that's right. Look, it's been like a week. Joey, why are you reaching out for me, boo-boo? You're so sweet. You're the sweetest. Are you sweet, boo-boo? You gotta get your shot tomorrow. Right in the butt. Right in the butt. For reals, he's gonna get a shot in his butt.
Mr. Lee.
Yes?
You are quite strong, aren't you?
Strong as in the university. Would you like to test it?
I'd love to. See if you can open this jar.
A jar? Sometimes they are tough to open, right? But not for me.
Easy peasy. Thank you for your strength.
It's been a pleasure, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll continue admiring this lovely collection of trophies.
Chesbin has to hold him down when you do it, though. Chewy to give him a shot in his butt. What? Alright.
Oh, it's you. Come on.
Bon appetit, one round.
Alright, alright. Champ, get ready. I think it's time.
Is the fight starting?
Yes, although we need to eat something first. Would you like to watch the fight with me?
Yes, I think it will be interesting.
It'll be epic. What a bloody fight! Short as a fought in the windstorm. And not a bugger in the crowd could bloody believe it. One Rum must have shat himself with that kilo of rub before getting in the ring. Did you see how he kept grabbing his gut from the get-go? Black obviously saw that and went straight for his bloody stomach with a solid hook. Knocked him on his arse right quick. One Round couldn't get back up. This might be the start of One Round Black, innit? I reckon I'll have to think twice before betting on the champ again. I couldn't agree more. I wasted all my wages on this bet. Couldn't agree more. I wasted all my wages on this bet. Fancy a swig at the dive later? I'll be there. Party's over, mate. Nothing to see here.
The fight is over. Seems like some bloke bet on Walter Black. Some are just born lucky.
Oh, yeah.
I am here to collect this.
Oh, hey, big boss. What's going on?
Let me see. Well, well. So you're the fool who bet on Walter Black, eh? Tell me, did you know something we didn't? I beg your pardon? Who would bet against One Round Jack if they didn't know he was going to lose? What are you implying? I ain't implying nothing. Just thinking out loud. We're the ones who rigged the fights, and believe me, this one wasn't. You won the bet fair and square. I'll fetch your money. Lucky bastard.
What? This isn't English haunting.
Here's your money. 1,000 pounds. Just the money I need.
Yeah, doesn't it? Who doesn't need $1,000 these days?
Alright. This is an English haunting. I didn't say it wasn't. Really? Are you serious? That's amazing. That's awesome. Tell her. Wow, that's great. Tell her I am very happy for her. And congratulations. Yes. Let's see. Now I have this money and I've got to go to St. Giles, I think.
Got the money yet?
Yes, I carry it here with me.
Let's see, Patty.
Mr. Moore. I suppose your presence means you're here to give me some joy. Indeed. Here is your money. 1,000 pounds. You can count it.
I reckon you understand you shouldn't be messing with me, so I'll take your word for it, Mr. Moore. And let me say, I'm pleasantly surprised. Did you see that? Take a lesson from him. Damn it. I ought to fire you lot and keep Mr. Moore for myself. He's got the makings of a collector. You kept your word. Now I'll be keeping mine. It'll please you to know Mr. Wood's still alive and hardly scratched. You're lucky Brian takes his time. It's been good for you, but I ain't sure if it's been good for me. Killian, have Mr. Wood released. What a wait, Patty.
Was a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Moore.
By the way, you can keep the envelope. Empty, of course.
Can I help you with anything else?
Well,
Mr. Wood's release is enough.
all right. It has been a pleasure. And now, go see Mr. Wood and give him my regards. Tell him all is forgotten. For the moment.
Right away, boss. Yeah, you gotta do the... I don't know what type of accent it is, but you gotta do it. Okay. So now I have to go to the photo studio, right? There we go.
Hello? Mr. Wood? Oh, welcome. Your face looks familiar. Do I know you? Yes, you were here before when... Yes, when Patty's men took you away. I'm also the one who saved your skin. You paid off the debt? Indeed. Good heavens! You saved my life! I don't know how to thank you. Ask for anything you want. Except money. May I ask you a question? Of course. Do you know Professor Ward? Yes, I went to see him at the university where he works. He said he'd get in touch with me, but he hasn't shown up here. Did he talk about a certain photographic plate? Oh, yes. How do you know about that? I am his colleague. Professor Ward is... absent. Did he mention my case to you? No, I hope you'll fill me in on this matter. You see, this job is not as profitable as it was a few years ago. Having a photographic memento of loved ones is no longer socially acceptable. Some even consider it in poor taste. I don't blame them. I'm aware of the controversy surrounding my work. When the clientele started to dry up, I had to optimize resources. Got photographic plates at a very good price through a contact. It was surplus from Romania. But as soon as I used them for my photographs... Wait a minute, I'll show them to you. Where? Oh, yes, here. Take a look at these. They were taken with the plates I'm talking about. Oh, wow. It's just a baby. I'm sorry you had to see these photographs. But look at those spots around the child. At first I thought they were dust specks near the lens. Sometimes it happens. Turn to the next photo. Turn to the next page, please. Yeah, I'm like, they're like... Oh my god, I'm like, look at that baby. It's clearly a zombie. And they're like, no, it's just a regular baby. Look at the little spots. Do you see? Those are not dust specks. orbs.
Excuse me?
That's what this phenomenon is called. Once it's been ruled out that the particles in suspension are dirt on the lens.
After the previous photo, I made sure to thoroughly clean the lens and keep the studio even cleaner. Tell me, what are these things?
There are several hypotheses, but the most common is that they are sources of energy.
What kind of energy?
Energy of a supernatural nature.
Oh, turn to the next page.
Metaphysic energy, undoubtedly. Did you see these shapes during the photo shoot?
No, there was nothing there. Nor did I see them through the lens.
Are you aware that you've captured a ghost on film, Mr. Wood?
You don't say. Turn to the last page. It's a ghost, isn't it?
Definitely. It's a corporeal manifestation. There's no doubt about it.
This is wonderful. Wonderful, you say? This is eerie, sir. Are you saying there are ghosts in my studio?
In your studio, in your neighbors' homes, and even in the private quarters of Pope Pius X in the Vatican. The immaterial world, that world we don't see, may be as populated as our own plane of existence. It's one of the hypotheses I work with. And I'm sorry to say, but if there's a place that attracts these poor souls, it's your studio. Remember your photograph, Death.
Damn it!
Don't worry. These manifestations only occur with those photographic plates you told me about, right?
Yes, only with those.
What else can you tell me about these plates? Origin? To whom did they belong?
Only what I told you. A contact imported them from Romania, but I don't know anything else. You might have more information. Do you want me to call him?
It won't be necessary for now. What is important is that for some specific reason, these plates are sensitive to the immaterial world. That's why Professor Ward was interested in them as a key piece of the box of revelations.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I was just talking to myself.
I was quite frightened when I went to see your colleague looking for an explanation. I also told him I intended to burn the only one I had left because I was terrified to have it in the studio. He said not to touch anything until he showed up here. I suppose you want it, right?
If you'd be so kind as to offer it to me, I will gladly accept it.
Of course I'll give it to you. I never want to see it again. In fact, keep that album as well. I do not want to hear any more about it.
I am very grateful.
Wait here. I'll bring you that plate right now. Transylvania, yep. Dracula. Here you go.
Thank you very much for your help, Mr. Wood.
Nothing compared to what you've done for me.
I have work to do, so I bid you good afternoon.
Hey, sir!
Yes?
Are you sure I don't have to fear anything from this ghost matter?
You shouldn't fear the dead, Mr. Wood. Fear the living. Specifically, guys like Patty. Stay away from them, all right?
He did say the words. All right, let's go back to the shop.
I have Eugene Wood's photographic plate.
Wonderful. Why was it so special to Nelson?
It photographs ghosts. That's simple.
Have you been able to prove it?
Yes, I have an album with photographs by Eugene Wood taken with several plates from the same series. The one I got was the last one.
If we discard the frauds and take the ghost photographs as authentic, they all have something in common. They're products of chance.
Indeed. Spectres have always been captured to the photographer's surprise. Family photo with a floating face, for example. The figure of a lady in a window when photographing a building. Do you remember Campbell's photograph? Yes, the figure is seated beside his wife in one of the empty seats on a train heading to Edinburgh. Exactly. And whenever there's been an intentional effort to photograph a ghost, it's been a failure. What peculiarities might this plate have? Perhaps a chemical process that enhances the recording of the beyond? Before assembling the piece, I'd like to subject it to several tests. Good idea. If we can figure out the unique qualities of the plate, we could enhance its effect in the box of revelations. You have read my mind, Patrick. Here you go. We have yet to find Florence Cook's ectoplasm sample and whatever Professor Bennett has in his possession. I'm on it.
Whatever. It's Edinburgh. Edinburgh. That's the way I'm saying it, and you guys just have to deal with it. If you want to pronunciate these things or enunciate better, get in the stream and talk, okay? I'm out here putting myself out to the world with all of my bad accents. It's enunciate. Alright, anyways. Okay. What am I gotta do now? Photographic album. I have an envelope. I know what I gotta do. I know. What's this? Alright. Alright, I gotta go to No, this is the wrong place. Alright, here we go.
Is Mr. Crook still at home?
Yes, and I must ask you not to disturb him.
Okay, there we go. Business card? I'll put Florence Cook's business card in the envelope. I can be quick and swap the envelopes. The time is now. Done.
I think I heard a horse carriage. The coachman must be waiting at the door. Oh, Mr. Moore. I see you're still here. How did you find my little library?
Very interesting. I could spend all day perusing each and every volume. But I must be off. Thank you for your hospitality.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Moore. We may see each other again one of these days.
Sooner than you think. Good afternoon, Mr. Crooks.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moore. Now, where did I leave that envelope with the address to the British Confederation of Scientific Society's headquarters? Ah, yes. On the tray.
Alright. No, I don't have a 90% iced latte today.
Good afternoon. This is not the headquarters of the British Confederation of Scientific Societies.
Are you Mr. William Crooks?
Indeed. Do we know each other? Mr. Moore? What are you doing here? Florence?
It's a pleasure to see you again, William.
You! You are the one behind this setup. You must have switched the envelope intended for my coachman. Am I correct, Mr. Moore? Leave Mr. Moore alone, William. I don't know what methods he used to bring you here, but he was just fulfilling my wish. I won't deny that I am pleased to see you again. But Katie King, the manifestations, all that is now behind me, belongs to the past. Today, I don't want to get involved in such matters. I am a respected scientist. I wouldn't have required your presence if you weren't. Yes, Mr. Moore has informed me of everything. I'm sorry about your illness, but that is not... Oh my God. I'm very angry about this situation, but let me look at you more closely. You're still as beautiful as ever. I am not the young woman you once knew, Will. I'm old. Nor am I that handsome gentleman. Gray hair looks good on you. My eyes find you even more attractive than back then. Gentlemen, miss, I must thank you for this unexpected gathering. It has made me feel 30 years younger, as long as I get to spend more time with Miss Cook. I will do as she asks. Come with me, William. I'll explain everything to you. This is frustrating. I thought Mr. Crooks would talk some sense into her. Can I make it more disgusting? I hope my aunt doesn't have any problem. If anything happens to her, I will hold you responsible. I don't know how to make it more disgusting. Maybe that it? I don't know. I hope everything goes well. Oh my God, I need something to drink. And no wine, because if I drank the wines, I would be slurring, and I can't be mush-mouthed with this game. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Sergeant Hughes used to possess me when the ectoplasm had just formed. I'll try to contain the emanation and prevent it from taking its final form long enough for you to take a sample. Do you have a container on you, Mr. Moore? Yes, here it is. As soon as you've taken the sample, I'll cut the connection. Are you all clear, Mr. Moore? Yes. Be quick. I don't want to give that bastard a chance to fulfill his threat. There is a lot of light in here. Do you need us to turn off the lights and close the curtains? Darkness, candles, and all that paraphernalia are just for ambiance and to influence the gullible. I could summon that bastard in the middle of Trafalgar Square. Aunt Florence, you still have time. Please, this has gone too far. I am aware of the danger and the decision is made. Whatever happens, I want you to know that I love you. As for you, William, I regret all the harm I caused you. It never mattered to me, Florence. I managed to restore my reputation through my scientific discoveries. I'm not talking about that. I pushed you away when we could have had a nice life together. We still have time. Everything will be fine. I will focus. I will let you know when I'm ready. Take your time. Alright, hold on. My throat's getting dry. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's look around first. A raven. Florence has always been accompanied by one. It is said that ravens anticipate the strange. When I investigated Florence, I asked her about it. She told me the raven was her particular alarm. Now I understand. She was always on alert in case Sergeant Hughes reappeared.
So if we hear the raven caw, it means the entity is about to manifest. There is no one hiding behind the screen if that's what you suspect, Mr. Moore. Sorry, professional habit.
Hey, Sam.
Mr. Crooks,
Yes.
do you think this will work?
Do you have doubts?
If there's a medium with a bad reputation, it is Florence Cook. But she seems very convinced of it.
Oh, got a burp. It went away.
Florence never told me about Sergeant Hughes, but she was afraid when I asked about her first mediumistic appearances. We'll find out in a moment.
It wasn't a burp.
Be quick about taking the sample with you. I'll do that. Mr. Moore, I am ready. Remember, as soon as the ectoplasm materializes, I take a sample and you cut the connection. Exactly. Ectoplasm is just a reflection of the entity, a business card. It's not the entity itself. It is only an announcement that his soul is about to enter our reality. If you are quick enough in taking the sample, I will have enough time to close all the doors to Sergeant Hughes. Shall we begin? At your convenience. Gideon Hughes. Can you hear my voice? Gideon Hughes, I am talking to you. What's the matter, Gideon? Have you become shy over the years? You disappoint me, Gideon. You used to manifest yourself without being asked. What is the problem now? I intimidate you, don't I? I know what's happening here. You had no problem scaring a poor girl. Now that I'm an adult, you are not so brave, are you? She's provoking him to manifest. You wanted to kill me, remember? It was the last thing you said to a scared little girl. Go on, you coward. Keep your promise. Or are you a liar after all? You used to call yourself Sergeant Hughes. I don't think you were even an officer. You were probably just an ordinary private. The Raven has. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Good Lord! Florence was always right. Stop being amazed. We need to act now. All right, here we go. Take the sample directly from the emanation, not from my aunt. I've got it. Now on, Florence. Cut the connection. It's all over now. Right? Miss Cook. Aunt Florence? Are you well, Aunt Florence? The Raven is getting agitated. I have a bad feeling. Florence? Aunt Florence! Hello, Florence. Oh no! Miss me? I always keep my promises. No! Good Lord! No. Oh my God, no! Are you happy now, Mr. Moore? I am sorry. Shut up! Listen to me, please. No! You are the one who has to listen to me! Because ever since you walked into this damn house, you have not listened to me! I begged you to give up your endeavor. And look what you've done! You've got your damn sample! So get out of this house before I do something crazy! This should not have ended like this. But your aunt... I said leave! Aunt Florence.
Oh my God, she was old anyway. Well, she was dying, so that's the only reason she decided to go through with it. Alright, let's get back to here. Alright.
I managed to speak with Florence Cook. Yes. And I've obtained this. By all the branches of modern science. Is that what I think it is? A sample of ectoplasm, indeed. I can't believe it. Florence Cook was not a fraud. Oh, Patrick, do you realize what this means? We can offer the world solid proof that the beyond exists. I think you are being overly optimistic, Beatrice. Look at the sample. It is nothing but a luminous amorphous gas. Skeptics will settle for any simple explanation. You're right. They need to see a ghost with their own eyes. And that's what we'll give them. But for now, I'm bursting with happiness. Give it to me. I'll start assembling the sample in the box of revelations. Well, we have the photographic plate and the ectoplasm sample. What about Professor Bennett's piece? I've been to the London Archaeological Society, but Professor Bennett is not there. His assistant could provide the key to the matter, but he is absent. Well, we should. Who knows we are here? No one. You may come in. It is open.
Good afternoon. My name is Arthur Conan Doyle. You must be Professor Moore.
Conan Doyle? The writer?
I'm afraid so.
I am a great admirer of yours.
An admirer of me or of Sherlock Holmes?
Should we suspend the search? I found the Utah episode more interesting than the detective investigation. I prefer your macabre tales like The Parasite or Lot number 249. You should foster that genre more.
That was my wish. But that damn detective, a violin-playing drug addict, held me hostage for many years. I've had such an overdose of Sherlock Holmes that I feel the same way about him as I do about the foie gras pâté I overate some time ago. Just hearing his name is enough to make me feel queasy. I hate to interrupt this book club, gentlemen, but what the hell are you doing here, Mr. Doyle? The reason for my visit is that I saw a light from the street, and I hope to find Professor Nelson Ward here.
Do you know him?
I've always followed his investigations with interest, Professor Moore. We had a meeting with your colleague, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, and I ended up funding the box of revelations. In fact, yesterday we donated a large amount specifically to Professor Bennett's excavation in Peru. But our friend Nelson Ward insisted this time it should be deposited in the university's name. I don't know why.
Wait a minute. Do you mean that money belongs to the professor and not the university?
Exactly.
The professor hasn't stolen anything, Beatrice. So it seems. If this whole affair smelled fishy to me before, it smells even worse now.
I see that you're aware of the unfortunate incident with the professor, and that you're unaware of his whereabouts.
We know nothing. We came here in search of a clue that might shed light on where we could find him. But we've no luck.
I believe you. I see that despite the professor's absence, the manufacturing of the Box of Revelations continues. Are you working on it?
Yes, we've managed to obtain the ectoplasm sample and Eugene Wood's photographic plate.
Are you serious? That's fantastic news. I suggest you lower your expectations, Mr. Doyle. I can assemble all the pieces and even modify part of the machine, but I fear I cannot be completed without Nelson's help. There are certain connections not stipulated in the blueprints, and frankly, I'm out of ideas.
In fact, we have yet to find Professor Bennett and have him enlighten us on the missing piece.
So, two obstacles stand in the way of showing the public the existence of the beyond. I believe you can resolve the issue with Professor Bennett. In fact, you've managed to obtain the remaining pieces, which was Professor Ward's main concern, so I trust in your abilities. As for finding Professor Ward, what about you? Don't you solve mysteries in your novels? Seems you're good at it. My dear, I begin writing my Sherlock Holmes stories knowing that at all times what has happened. I am a writer, not a detective. But if I'm honest, I believe it's time to put my deductive skills into practice and compete with my most successful creation in intelligence. I have contacts all over the city and some suspicion of what might have happened to our friend. They're just conjectures, but if I take the right approach, yes, that's what I'll do. You, Professor Moore, try to locate Professor Bennett, the great dame of Phantasmagoria, whom I deeply admire and who seems to have revealed herself as a great scientist, will continue working on the machine. As for me, I will scour London in search of the missing professor. Is that all right with you?
Thank you for your help, Mr. Doyle.
You can call me Arthur. We're a team now. But not quite there yet.
Let's settle for something in between. How about Sir Arthur?
Well, if you wish.
I'll get going. I hope to bring good news.
Is it a volcano full of love? Because I like those volcanoes.
Tell me something, Sir Arthur. What interest does the Golden Dawn have in the Box of Revelations?
We are very curious about the beyond, perhaps more than the average person. Although our desire was not to share that information if the machine bore fruit. Knowledge is power, isn't it?
You are correct, Miss Shaw.
But Professor Ward insists on it. He wants to share the results with the world. There's a dispute about this in the Order. But as far as I'm concerned, I am with Professor Ward.
You choose well. I'll return to the London Archaeological Society to see if Oscar Koenig has returned. Good luck to both of you. See you shortly.
What are you standing there for? Go look for Nelson. You are quite a character. I like it.
I'm gonna kiss the lavas. What are you talking about? We're kissing lavas. French kissing lavas. Not English kissing, because that's probably boring. French kissing lavas. Oh man. I'm getting congested. Hold on. What? Why are you Chudah pleasing? Yeah, spicy kiss. Oh damn! Oh damn! Oh damn, Trevor! Yes! We gonna be French kissing Kaiser. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I was thinking about it today. I was thinking all about it.
It's my nose spray. Stop it. All right. All right. That's fine. Oscar Koenig? Please, come in. The door is open. Mr. Koenig? Yes? My name is Patrick Moore, and... Professor Moore? You are Professor Ward's colleague. I have been eager to meet you. May I ask you some questions? Of course. Where can I find Professor Bennett? I'm afraid he is out of London. Did Professor Ward come to see you? Yes, we had a conversation with him a couple of days ago. The discussion was so fruitful that he became our benefactor. What do you mean by benefactor? He will finance our excavation in Peru. Out of London? Do you know when he will return? He should have been back by now. I'm so concerned about his absence that I was about to set out to look for him. According to my colleague's notes, Professor Bennett is involved with a... excuse for not being very wait. Hold on, I'm confused. Excuse me for not... Oh, it's missing a me. Excuse me for not being very precise in my description, but it seems to be a precious stone, a jewel. The Scarlet Stone, yes. As colleagues, didn't he inform you about it? There are too many things he didn't inform me about, so I hope you can enlighten me. A week ago, after thorough research, we published an article where we announced that we had located the whereabouts of the Scarlet Stone. We omitted the details, of course. We didn't want that area swarming with treasure hunters benefiting from our discovery. Professor Ward read that article and came to propose an arrangement with us. What arrangement? I will be honest with you. We struggle to find funding for our excavations. Those close-minded idiots think we're chasing fantasies. They wouldn't fund us even for a train ticket to Birmingham. On the other hand, Professor Ward mentioned having a significant sum from a donation and offered to finance our excavation in Peru in exchange for using the Scarlet Stone in one of his experiments. We need that money, Professor. My mentor's reputation has declined in recent years. We are outcasts within the Archaeology Guild. The deal seemed fair and beneficial to both the parties. What is the Scarlet Stone? It's an artifact. Its construction dates back to the dawn of time. We believe it was made by the Herbans. Scarlet Bone? What are you guys talking about? Divorcifying. Stop it. What does the artifact do? The Scarlet Stone generates continual high-voltage energy on its own, without any external assistance. A potent and an inexhaustible source of energy. Interesting. It is also the source of legends. Kind of legends. Nothing relevant, fantasies and superstitions. It is said that its creators were frightened by what it could do. They decided to hide it so that no human would misuse it. As I said, I intend to set out to search for Professor Bennett. I fear something may have happened to him. He might have found the artifact and had an unfortunate accident. Or perhaps he hasn't found it yet. Although if that were the case, he would have informed me via telegram. The train leaves tonight, bound for Iriswell, Scotland. That's where the Scarlet Stone is located. Would you like to accompany me? Scotland? I would like to, as this concerns both of us, but I am having trouble obtaining the appropriate attire for such an endeavor. Don't worry about that. I see you are the same size as me. I can lend you clothes for my suitcase. What do you say? Will you join me? Well, it will be a pleasure, although I need to inform my colleague Beatrice that I will be absent for a few days first. Sounds perfect. The train departs from King's Cross at 10. I'll be waiting for you. Germans and Britons share the same sense of punctuality, so let's honor that. I'll be there.
Ooh, another achievement.
We will arrive in Scotland. Or we will soon arrive in Scotland. Don't get too excited, Professor Moore. There are still several transfers to go, and we'll have to rent a horse carriage. There is nothing in Eriswell. It's a desolate place. The only remnant of civilization there is an old lighthouse, which I don't know is even still in operation. Let's hope Professor Bennett is safe and sound. Yes, let's hope. And that by finding the professor, we will find the Scarlet Stone. Since you don't have much faith in this venture, am I right? Why do you say that? I can see it in your eyes. You have the same look as the skeptics I face every day in my work. I beg your pardon, but I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that we've embarked on a search for an artifact of advanced technology manufactured when man still lived in caves. The Urbans populated the world before that time. You don't believe they existed, do you? I have my doubts. There's no historical evidence of it. And this is coming from someone who firmly believes in the existence of ghosts. Let me explain to you what my job entails. Imagine that the world as we know it suffers a cataclysm of such magnitude that our civilization is wiped from the map. Cities are buried, and only a small handful of people survive. All knowledge acquired before then would be lost, as subsequent generations would be more concerned with seeking shelter from the elements or essentially starting over. Follow me so far? Yes. Right. Let's fast forward tens of thousands of years. Humanity has managed to recover from that cataclysm, and the world has been repopulated, giving rise to new civilizations. Some wonder about their ancestors. Who were they? How did they live? So they begin to establish archaeological sites, and based on what they find in these excavations, they conclude that humans emerged after that cataclysm we discussed earlier. There's nothing further back because they haven't found any archaeological remains suggesting otherwise. Logical thought, but not entirely accurate. However, not all knowledge was lost in that cataclysm. Thanks to oral tradition, fragments of that era survived and were reflected in scrolls or books. Several of them talk about, say, an artifact called the Voice of the Dead. Several archaeologists decide to search for it. It's impossible for that to exist, say, the most conservative ones. It's a fantasy. The only things we found are sticks and stones, say, the most skeptical ones. Have you dug deeper or explored certain uncharted latitudes? Asks a rebellious archaeologist. The response from the closed-minded group would be indifference or rejection. So that archaeologist starts digging on his own. What does he find? A gramophone. A damn gramophone with a poor Johnny record. An object out of its time. An artifact that is impossible for humans whose greatest technological achievement was a spear to hunt animals and feed themselves. Yet, for the civilization that perished in that cataclysm, it was just an entertainment device that could be manufactured anywhere in the world. Well, that's what the Scarlet Stone is. It's not a magical stone or a fantasy. Perhaps for the Urbans, it was the equivalent of a car engine to us. I understand what you're saying. By the way, you mentioned that its creators were frightened by what it could do. Yes, that is documented in Amoris Nostri by Celos de Rhodas and Celso. I don't know these words. Celso de Rhodas and in Tempus Quod Nuquam Fuit by Udemo. I'm guessing that's Latin. Would you like my opinion? Sure, go ahead. Let's say one of our armies creates a projectile capable of wiping out an entire regiment. They decide to use it in a war, but this projectile is so powerful that it destroys the entire city. And my faith If my faith in humanity coincides with that of the military, they would be frightened by what that artifact was capable of, and they would agree never to use it again. That could be what the Scarlet Stone represents. A source of energy that the Herbans couldn't control. This has been a very interesting conversation, Mr. Koenig. Call me Oscar. But today has been a very hectic day, and my body can't take any more. Do you mind if I take a nap? Oh, don't worry about me. Rest of this rattling English sheep train allows it. Thank you very much. Good night, Oscar.
Gute Nacht. Is that it? Gute Nacht?
Professor Moore?
I guess he's German. Definitely German.
Damn it. Stop tormenting yourself, Oscar.
Stop? All my gear was in those trunks. Those incompetent station workers were just supposed to take our luggage to the hotel in Edinburgh. Maps, tools, clothes, flashlights, all lost.
I know, but there is nothing we can do now. Maybe we can find something around here that will help us.
Look around you. This is a desolate wasteland. There is nothing for miles, just rocks.
Not to worry, we will get through this. Let's search for Professor Bennett before it gets dark. We'll have plenty of time to lament later.
You're right. I apologize for letting you witness my frustration. Let's get moving. I don't know. I pronounce it how I pronounce it. It's English. It's Chicagoanized, I guess. Alright, so what am I looking for?
Oscar, come here. Have you noticed those glints?
They're not signals, if that's what you're thinking. Look, the glints are very irregular. Maybe it's a small stream catching the last rays of the sun.
Are you sure about that?
Well, that's my belief. Professor, wait! I want you to have this. One copy of the topographic map of the area was lost with the trunks. I borrowed this piece of map from the inn where we stayed. I'll mark the places where Professor Bennett might be. Alright, let's use this area as our starting point. Nearby is a cromlech. Where is it? Ah, yes. Around here. It is an ancient druid stone circle where, according to our research, the Scarlet Stone was venerated. It is said the artifact we seek lies buried in its center. The professor dug there. He's probably achieved his goal.
And if we see no signs of excavation, it would mean he never made it to Aerswell.
Exactly. There is a lighthouse a few kilometers downstream. On our way here, we saw that it's still operational. That means there's a lookout.
We might have seen Professor Bennett wandering around the area.
We should talk to him. Ready to go?
Let's go.
What do you mean I'm a fake Chicagoan? I'm not a fake Chicagoan. Alright, Chewie. Chewie looks so cute. I know. He's purring. Alright. More places. Oh, this is where we came from. Never mind. Curses.
What's the matter?
This is not the cromlech where the Scarlet Stone is supposed to be buried.
You sure about that?
Demo's writings were precise. Each stone should bear a spiral rune, the protective symbol of the Order of the Eternal Wind. Wait, Order of the Eternal Wind? Chewie is so sweet. I know. You looking so cute. I can't ignore you, boo-boo.
Alright, enough of that. What was the Order of the Eternal Wind? Scarlet Stone survived the cataclysm that ended its creators. Uh-oh. He wants on me now. Come on. It passed through various hands until it reached a druid sect who called themselves that. They possessed great knowledge of past eras. Many of their rituals came from lost civilizations. When they obtained the Scarlet Stone, they studied it and understood its power. They agreed to hide it to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. The trail of the artifact we seek ends there, with the Order of the Eternal Wind. Could others have obtained the Scarlet Stone after this sect? No. Why not? Because it's impossible. How can you be so sure? Because we have done our job. There is no record of it being anywhere else. Don't be impertinent with your questions, and believe me when I tell you that I am sure of it. All right, I suppose. Or I apologize. All right. It seems the professor was here after all. He has excavated the area. There's no doubt about that. But he mustn't have found anything. This is frustrating. Does this mean that the Scarlet Stone is not an Eriswell? It is an Eriswell. For damn not well. Why on earth shouldn't it be? I won't abide your pessimism, Professor. All right, Oscar. Don't get so upset. We've spent years investigating its whereabouts. We couldn't have made any mistakes. Calm down, will you? Do not tell me to calm down. What do we do now? I don't know. Listen to me, Oscar. Try to relax. Your attitude won't help us at all. I apologize for not possessing the famous British phlegm. I just ask you to try to calm down. I'm sorry. Without Professor Bennett, I'm lost. I won't find the artifact without him. And without the artifact, your colleague won't fund our excavation in Peru. Regarding that, I'm sorry I haven't been honest with you, but Professor Ward is missing. What do you mean? There was a minor incident, and he decided to go into hiding. I have no idea where he might be. But will he come back? I don't know. I assume there will be news of him sooner or later, but damn it. Why didn't you mention this before we set off? I don't really know. I want that artifact as much as you do when I decided to join you on this quest. But don't worry, I'm a professor at a very important university. I could pull strings that connect you to patrons willing to fund you if this venture succeeds. Better be true, Professor Moore. Otherwise, I will consider you a hindrance. Oh boy, what do they do with hindrances? Yeah, he's sitting on me right now. I had to give him some kisses. I gave you some kisses, boo-boo. You mentioned that each menhir should bear a spiral rune carved into it. Yes. Could it be that the elements eroded those runes until they vanished? No. Throughout Europe, remnants of the settlements of the Order of the Eternal Wind can be found. Such stone-carved runes have been discovered in Spain, France, and in my homeland. Several of them much older than this cromlech. So in response to your query, no, it is impossible for the elements to have completely erased those runes. They do. I see something sticking out of the ground. What have you found? A mirror. Could it be an object out of its time? Don't joke around. It belongs to Professor Bennett. Why would an archaeologist need a mirror? reflects sunlight to shine directly into the hole being excavated. An additional light source alongside the lamps and lanterns. I understand the frustration of my colleague upon finding nothing here. What could be... maybe we could dig deeper, perhaps. Didn't you hear what I said before? This is not the cromlech we are looking for. There's nothing here. It's not a hole, A. Stop it. I'm gonna smack you. Alright. Yeah, we did that already. Alright, let's get out of here.
What the devil? Get out of here.
From the lighthouse?
From Eriswell.
Well, you don't want no, yeah, it is a cute dog, though.
Aw, it's got a cute bark. Hey!
Oh, Chewie didn't like that hay.
You are not authorized to enter the lighthouse.
We don't need a rope, Mr. Moore. Not that we know of yet. Well, we'll know where to find one if we need it. I don't understand your habit of keeping every object you come across. All right.
Come on, I want the rope.
Excuse me.
What?
Why should we leave Eriswell?
This place isn't there for you. Damn it, I shouldn't even be here myself.
Then why don't you leave this place?
These coasts are treacherous. They have claimed the lives of hundreds of sailors. That was before they built the lighthouse. And someone has to take care of it. Although you won't see me venturing into those moors, no sir. Eriswell's full of dangers, did you know?
What kinds of dangers are in Eriswell?
The cliffs. You have to be careful if you don't want to plunge off on them. You'd be surprised at the human remains that can be found among the rocks and the wind. Seems harmless, right? But this wind is relentless. It could drive even the sanest person mad. And I won't mention those damn mushrooms for hell. But above all...
Yes?
Nah. Forget and get out of Eriswell. I don't know how to do this accent, you guys. Mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Those purple things sticking out of the ground. You have to be careful not to step on them. And they are everywhere.
What are you doing with those stones?
I crush them to turn them into gravel.
Then what do you do with it?
I spread it along the path to the door of my home. The stranger probably caught their attention. I want to be alert in case they approach while I sleep. If they step on the gravel, I'll hear them coming.
They? Who are they?
Those who play the trumpets. I heard them once. It had been centuries since anyone heard them.
What trumpets?
The ones of the apocalypse.
Professor Moore, come here. This man is delusional. He's not the first lookout to lose his mind in the solitude among natural elements.
I want to talk to him.
Sorry to disturb you.
Still hanging around here?
Can you tell me about them?
I think I've said enough.
Get out of here. You're nae aware of the danger you're in.
Alright, what about... What is the dog's name?
Dog? You mean that scrawny rat? He doesn't have a name.
How do you call it then?
We'll whistle.
Alright, so I need a whistle for this dog, I think. Can we enter the lighthouse? From above, we would have a full view of the terrain.
You're nae authorized to enter the lighthouse. Only I am.
But we could.
I said only I am authorized to enter the lighthouse. That clear?
Thank you for your time.
You should listen to me. Get out of here, swell.
Well, it's brimming with gravel. There are small piles of stones on the table. Any ideas?
Let me think. No. None at all.
What other things? It's just gonna be repeating the same things he said. Sorry to disturb you.
Still hanging around here?
Tell me about the stranger you've seen around here. Could he be an archaeologist? We are looking for him.
There was a fellow carrying strange instruments. Aye, I suppose he was an archaeologist by the way he was dressed.
Did you talk to him?
Nay, he didn't come around here, and I didn't go near him either. He used to sleep in one of the caves on the northern cliff. He lit a fire in it at night, and that catches the eye. Maybe that's why the trumpet sounded for the first time in years.
Where is that cave?
To the north, near there are cliffs. Cave is on a ledge.
Alright. Looks like a quiet dog.
Too quiet. It's as if it came out of a taxidermist's warehouse. And on top of that, it's a coward. Gets scared of its own reflection in that water. And when that happens, you have to calm it down, or calm it down so it doesn't have a heart attack. Some companion.
Thank you for your time.
You should listen to me. Get out of here as well.
Alright. Do you want to see yourself in the mirror, doggy?
What the hell is wrong with you? Do you want to calm down?
No. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. We don't need a rope, Mr. Moore. Oh, hold on. Not that we know of yet. Yeah. Alright, so that got him going. What was that? What did that actually do? Not now. He's busy trying to calm his dog. I only have a mirror? Damn it. Well, guess that didn't do me any good. Alright, let's get out of here. I just scared the dog for nothing.
Have you calmed down? That's the way I like it.
Alright. Last place, and then we're gonna call it. Don't cry. Don't cry, BB10. Don't cry.
Wait here. Professor? Professor Bennett? Professor? Damn it!
Nothing?
He's not here.
The lookout said the professor spends several nights in this cave. Are there any signs of his belongings?
I don't know. It's very dark and I couldn't see anything.
I should go in as well.
Go ahead if you wish. But as I mentioned, you won't see anything. Ooh, mushrooms. Be cautious with that mushroom. It's an Amanita involutus. If crushed, it will release spores that could render you unconscious for quite some time.
I'll be careful.
Ooh.
I hope Professor Bennett didn't have an accident on this cliff.
I beg your pardon?
No, nothing. The lighthouse beam is hitting the section of the wall.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
The cave is too dark inside.
I can't see anything. We should explore the inside of that cave. Yeah, we're gonna have to get the lighthouse to... Alright, hold on.
Do you want to see yourself in the mirror, doggy?
Again? What have you seen? Hallelujah. Try to relax, will ya? Curse mutt. What the?
Are you all right?
Yes. Not really. Just a bit. I think I need to sit down.
I'm not very proud of what I've done. Although he's just sleeping. I'll borrow the mallet. This must be his wife. Or his daughter. I recognize the coast of Eriswell in this old photograph. There is a diary on the table. It doesn't reveal more than we've already gleaned from the lighthouse keeper, although there are several notes regarding them. However, it doesn't specify who they are. Empty. It seems this lever controls the direction of the lighthouse's beam.
Alright, so over to automatic, west, north, which is
A list of precautions when using the panel. It basically says that you should gently pull the lever without forcing it.
So where is the, oh, hold on.
Several bottles, kitchen utensils, and a couple of maritime novels by Joseph Conrad. There's a trapdoor with a padlock preventing access to the upper floor. Maybe if... No, bad idea.
Alright, so I have to do it to north.
The lever is already in that position.
Alright, let's go. Nope, that wasn't enough. It wasn't the right place. Hold on.
I wish there was like... It's like northwest. What? Oh. Back and forth. All right. Oscar? Yes? Stand against that wall. This one? Yes. Is this okay? What are your intentions? Hold this mirror. Ah, I see what you have in mind. Raise it slightly and aim it towards the interior of the cave. Thank you. The lookout was right. There are remnants of a fire here. What else do you see? A bag. All right, check it. Might contain his diary. That will help us track his movements. Did you find it? There was only a telescope. Nothing else? No, just that. Can I lower the mirror? My arms are starting to get tired. Of course. There's nothing more to see here. How strange. It's as if the earth swallowed him up. Where are you, Professor Bennett? I'm running out of ideas, Professor Moore. Well, we're gonna go here. And then we're gonna use this. What do you see? A camp with a single tent. Could it be Professor Bennett's? Let me see. No, 'tis not his tent. I can't affirm 'tis the typical camp of an archaeologist. Shall we investigate that camp? This is not an archaeological site. At least not for conventional archaeologists. I'm intrigued by others excavating here. Do you think they're also after the Scarlet Stone? We were cautious not to reveal the specific location in our article. We were very careful about that. Let's go speak with those folks. They may have had contact with the professor recently. He might even be there with them. That would be very good news. Ready for a hike, Professor Moore? Let's go. And on that account, we're gonna go find Professor Bennett tomorrow. Because I am starting to get very scratchy throat. And, I'm getting congested. And I need a break. Sorry, BB10. We'll do it tomorrow. I feel like we're getting close. We're getting close. We're gonna get to Professor Bennett. And then we're gonna get the last thing we need. And then we're gonna get the box together. And then we're gonna go find that ghost. No! Don't make me smack you.